Okay. Hi, everybody. We are continuing on with these quadratic equations or these parabolas, you could say, of what we've been doing. So make sure you have your notes out that were provided to you and that pink sheet and then your calculator and all that good stuff. So just as a review, the standard form of a quadratic equation is this. And remember, the important part is you need to know what is A, what is B, and what is C. Okay? Sometimes those will be ones or zeros. Okay? Now you need to write this as an equation, if you see. Instead of saying y equals, you should set it up equal to 0. Okay? So the solutions or roots are the x-intercepts. So the solutions we've also said are the zeros. So it's where it crosses the x-axis. Sometimes that parabola is crossing at 2 spots. Sometimes it's only touching at 1 spot, that vertex. And sometimes that parabola isn't crossing the x-axis at all if it's up and over or down to the side. So your answers to that sometimes will be 2 different numbers or 1 number or no numbers at all. Okay, so again, looking here, my solutions would be right there. That's in a case when you would have 2 solutions, when it's crossing, that parabola is crossing the x-axis twice. This is a 1 instance because it's only touching the x-axis at 1 point, and no solutions for this last one, no real solutions, is when that parabola just doesn't happen to cross it at all. Okay, so here we go. So here's an equation. Okay, so you might see f of x on your paper. Just so, instead of this being f of x, keep it as y. But function notation is something that you've seen in the past. It means the same thing as y. So you're going to start with the same thing. A is -2, B is +8, C is -6. And now we're going to do that axis of symmetry, which is the opposite of B over 2 times A. So it's -8 over -4, which is just 2. So that's my axis of symmetry, which now I need to find my vertex. Because remember, the goal is to still get this x and y table. Okay, so I know the 2 goes here, okay? So when the 2 goes here, I have other numbers. I could say like that, okay? That's my axis of symmetry here. That's a 0. Okay? Now I need to find my vertex. This is where my vertex is going to be. So anywhere I see an x in this equation, I'm going to put a 2 in parentheses. Okay, so I have -2 times 2, and those parentheses, again, are important. And I see that this equals 2. So I know this is my vertex here, 2, 2. Okay, now I'm going to change it up, and I'm going to complete the rest of this table. So when x is 0, what is y? Okay, when x is 1, what is y? When x is 3, what is y? And when x is 4, what is y? Okay, and these are just putting it into the same equation here, just changing my x value. And again, I'm looking for those repeats. Okay, so now I'm going to graph it 0, -6, 1, 0, 2, 2, whoops, that was the wrong one, 2, 2, 3, 0, and 4, -6. So it's way down there. So my graph goes, and remember, it's not a V, to the best of your ability, curve it. I know I'm struggling too, but that's okay. Okay, so my vertex is there, 2, 2, but where are the zeros or my solutions? My solutions are, or the zeros, same thing, are when x equals 1 and when x equals 3. That's where it crosses the y-axis, okay? We've dealt, the other day that sheet just said the zeros, same thing. Okay, here we go again. Now, first things first, how many x's do I have and how many c's do I have? So A is 1/2, B is 0, and C is 0, and that's okay. So my axis of symmetry is the opposite of B over 2 times A. So it's 0 over 1 or just 0. So again, that helps me make my table. Okay? So I know this is the axis of symmetry, so it goes in the middle of my table. So now I'm going to plug that into my equation, and it's really easy this time. That's 0. Okay? Now, when x is -1, again, you can put this in your calculator. This is going to be 0.5 or 1/2. When x is -2, it's going to be 2. When x is +1, I'll put it in my calculator. And when x is +2, it'll be 2. And again, I need those repeats. So now I go back 2, up 2, back 1, up 1/2, 0, 0, 1, 1/2, and 2, 2. And you're going to notice on your sheet today, it is going to be a little weird sometimes, the numbering. That's to help you out. So there is only one solution right here, and the solution is where x equals 0. Okay, because it only touches at one place at 0. Okay. Okay, here we go. What is A? What is B? What is C? There's no C, so that's a 0. Remember, it's like saying +0. So my axis of symmetry is -4 over 2 times 2. So that actually cancels to 4 over 4 or 1. So when I make my table, that 1 goes in the middle. Okay. And now, well, I'm going to use that and put 1 into my equation. And now I can finish the table. So 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1. And that means my vertex is 1, -2. Okay. And then I just keep going. Okay. So 2 times -1 squared minus 4 times -1. That gives me 6. Okay. 2 times 2 and minus 4 times 2. And finally, times 3 and times 3. So you might want to check that in your calculator. And again, -1, 6, 0, 0, 1, -2, 2, 0, and 3, 6. And you should again see those duplicates. Ooh, well, but I still managed a curve. It is not a V. Do you see that parabola crosses at these 2 points? So the solutions are when x equals 0 and when x equals 2. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, so A is 1, B is 6, C is 11. So my axis of symmetry is the opposite of 6 over 2 times 1, which is -3. And then I can start making my table. So -3, whoops, -2, -1, -4, -5. I just have to make sure I get them all in there. Okay, now in parentheses, -3 squared in parentheses plus 6 times -3 plus 11. And that gives me a 2 here. Remember, you need to put that in parentheses. Just like that, if you have those calculators that you can see it. Okay, now I'm going to be a rebel and I'm going to do the -2 before I do the -1. And remember, if you're going to get one of these and you notice it's not on the graph, all of these should be on the graph today. And when I'm double checking, I'm just double checking that they are duplicating. Okay, so here we go. -1, 6 is here. This is a weird one again. I told you some of these graphs. -2, 3, -3, 2, -4, 3, and -5, 6. So again, it's going down and coming up. Now, if you look, my X and Y axis, here's my X axis here. Here's my Y axis here. There are no solutions because it never, ever, ever crosses that X axis. That's what you're looking for, okay? Okay, so a little Schoology formative after you do your homework and check it. Thanks so much. Have a great day.